What's up, Blizzard Nation? Welcome back to Strictly Blizzness, episode 201, presented by Edge VR Arcade, Creative Edge Productions, and our friends at Cousin Subs, where you can use promo code BlizzCurds for our free small cheese curds with a sub 7.5-inch sub or sub in a bowl. I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason which one of those sponsors I list off first in all these episodes.
Well,
I
Creative
wonder what the
Edge.
stats are. It's usually Sean because he's sitting there. So
Nice. Oh, we're back in the studio. Here we are.
Yep.
Little blurry-eyed. We had a big night last night. You want to talk about that first?
We had a kickoff party last night
We
for
did.
corporate partners and season ticket holders. If you weren't there and you fall into that group, you probably didn't check your email or you couldn't make it. And that's on you. So thank you for a bunch of stamps or picking up your crap this week.
Make them come to the office and get it.
Yes,
Why are you
yeah.
delivering?
I'm
wouldn't deliver.
out of time. So corporate partners, you got to
come and get your stuff.
So,
Yeah, sorry.
yeah.
Come and see the new facility, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, I would just tell them, hey, send out a mass email. Can't
Yeah.
get to you. Been busy. Hey, we got a game we're doing, so there's that.
Yeah, huge turnout though and great event. So big
Yeah,
shout
the
out.
room was literally packed, and I was glad that they took the food on the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
Almost like a paywall. Anyway, the players, I have to say, and I don't know how many of our guys watch Blizzness, but
A couple of them.
two of them we know.
Yeah,
So
we know.
yes, we're up to 8 people. We did talk to two guys near the end who said they've been watching it since September, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
We know we have more than 6. We just say that all the time for lots of different reasons. Sometimes that's all we get, our 6 likes.
Yeah.
So maybe you guys are watching, but you don't like it.
No, you don't like comment, ring that notification bell, whatever it is.
We have to redo that. That's from like the first
Yeah.
Yeah, that's old.
Yep.
Anywho, plus my hair is really short. We look young. It was only 200 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, great turnout, like you said. Got to meet new sponsors, existing sponsors, a lot of fans. And again, the players being there, I would say this is the most engaged player participation that we have had. And that just tells me that these guys are going to be engaged in our community. And I really am looking forward to everybody that's here local meeting them. I think we have a stellar group of guys, both on the field and off the field. So training camp started.
Yep.
And have you gone to practice at all?
No.
Haven't.
No.
I was at practice on Sunday with the cold front guys, and we'll talk about cold front in a little bit. And just watching the explosiveness of our players. Normally when guys come to camp, they're overweight. They haven't been keeping up on what they should have, and it takes them 2 to 3 weeks to get back in that regimen and back in that, gauge of I'm here to play. These guys are ready to go. So it's going to be really, really tough to cut. And unfortunately, with training camp being a thing, you cut.
Yep.
Now, we don't have the benefit of month to watch these guys. We got a week, and Corey's got to cut. By the time we do this show next week, we will have our team, and we'll talk about it at that time. But there's a lot of guys that are going to be sad and disappointed that they didn't make the team. It was really cool to hear that we got a lot of Wisconsinites.
Yeah.
So we got Wisconsinites on the roster right now.
Bonduel, Sheboygan, and Milwaukee, I think.
And Madison.
Yeah. Yep.
So pretty cool. Pretty cool shout out to our locale. Not to say that the guys that are from out of town are not stellar. They are. They're great athletes. I think they'll fit right in. They love the camaraderie. We found out that spotted cow is important to some of them, and that's awesome. So all good stuff. So thank you for coming out if you came out, and we look forward to seeing you in less than 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Less than 2 weeks.
Yep.
Anywho, we got something on the table. What do we got on the table, Ryan?
The black ice jersey for the home opener. And it should be
So
not a surprise because it's been
hold
out there, but that's the first physical version that's been
Yeah.
on the desk, and Bruiser was rocking it last night. So
He was. And let me say, we're back to a good jersey.
OT Sports.
Thank you, OT.
Yep.
So these are the ones, that twill, that Adidas twill that supposedly is so great, and it's supposedly on a bunch of college teams. I'm sorry, Adidas. It is pronounced Adidas. I'm sorry, Adidas. I am not a fan. It does not clean well. It does not hold up well. Where this is better to stretch over the pads. It clings to the players better. It's just a better jersey. So those of you that haven't seen it yet, like Ryan said, this is in person. You can see Bruiser's eyes up at the top. You want to talk about the specialty people that we have on here?
Yeah, Aurora and Frayne, who have been on jerseys for years, and two huge partners. And then big shout out to our friends at Specialty Auto and Mark Becker, who has fed the team in a prior season when he was a general manager of Moe's and now runs Specialty Auto because he comes from the auto industry. So real cool that they stepped up to support, and specifically on this jersey. And then we threw him on the youth jersey, which is a version of this as well. So
there's Frayne.
Yep.
And there's something really cool right in the center.
Yeah, the Eastern Conference Championship logo. So that's typically where you see the IFL logo, but this jersey is kind of commemorative of last season, and we will wear it on the opener and the rematch against Vegas as the
Amen.
Eastern Conference champs. So,
amen. So they're the West, we're the East.
Yep.
These are the jerseys, or a version of a jersey that we had hoped would be used at the championship, with that Eastern Conference logo championship on it. Didn't happen. We talked about that last season as to why that didn't happen. Shame on our other partners that made that so, but is what it is. We move on.
and huge shout out to OT Sports. You will see us in 5 of their jerseys this year. This one, Frozen Phoenix, Star Wars, New Military Night, and the Dairy Night jerseys from last year were OT Sports, and they are doing all of our Star Wars merch, so they have been outstanding. So
yes,
yep.
Fabulous group to work with. They help us with the licenses with Disney.
Yep.
And somebody asked me something which I think would be a great idea. Is we need to have a Disney ball, and I said, "Well, Star Wars is Disney," and they said no, and I went, "Oh, the D on it."
I don't even want to know what the paperwork is for that.
You could use the D and then make it defense.
No idea what that paper would look like.
We'll see.
Yep.
A Disney ball would be really cool. I have to agree. But then again, I am partial to Disney. So there's that. We announced the trip. We announced a lot of things last night that you'll start to see on social media as we get closer to each of the games, the breakdown of each of the games. Some really cool stuff going on.
Yeah.
But we mentioned that on the 200th as well.
Yes.
So you guys already, those of you that pay attention, you already know all of this. What else do you have local?
Local?
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Just
I
getting
think
ready.
We're saving the noisy group for a different episode, I think. There's a very loud group in attendance last night that hits things. So
oh, I'm like, what are you talking about? Who was hitting somebody?
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to announce that next episode.
Yep.
Along with the details of Cold Front. So we let everybody know last night. We've talked about it on here that Cold Front will be in the studio with us next. It sounds like a band.
Yeah.
Cold Front's going to be with us next show. They are going to record right after us. So I'm going to break down their segments on our next show. They have 5 segments that they will deal with each week that have to do with not just the Blizzard, but around the league. They're going to be doing their picks each week as well. Obviously, they won't pick the Blizzard or someone over the Blizzard. It's always the Blizzard, of course. But they're going to let you know what they think is important to look at or look for across the league. And we're really excited to have them and their show coming to a screen near you. All right.
Yes, and hopefully you petition the league before next episode.
I
that
will.
Said group joins dance
I
team
will.
category.
Well, now you just let
And we didn't say what it was. So you
Not a
can
dance.
vote whether you think we
It's
have
not a dance team.
dance, cheer, or other.
Yeah, I think it needs to be other, right?
Yeah.
So it's not dance, it's not cheer. What could it be?
Right.
Maybe you could guess. See
I
if you
could.
can figure. Not
Me?
you.
Oh, I know.
That well, I know you know, but it made a big splash.
Yep.
And
Some might say it made a big impact.
And had a great impact on the night. I would agree. It was
Yep.
fabulous. It was fabulous. And will have a great impact on our sound and look as we move through the season.
Yeah.
We didn't get a chance to use the Gnome Games audio, though.
Sorry, Pat.
Yeah.
You didn't send them to me.
Oh, oops. Yeah, I kind of need those in order to, yeah. All right, I want to touch on a couple of things.
Sure.
So as this episode airs, and I had alluded to because I thought it was done, but it's not done, so we can't announce it on this show. It's the whole reason why we postponed recording it, so thank you, Todd. I say that in jest. These contracts don't happen overnight. It takes time for them to happen, and this is no different. So we postponed announcing who the next partner is that would take over for FanDuel. And in a strategic way, we did it, and it paid off because when we announced that Yahoo was going to get additional games, and again, this whole thing with Yahoo is they can only have one premier game on a night. So if we have 3 Friday night games, one's going to be on Yahoo, and then the other 2 have to go somewhere else. So as you guys know, whenever we get going in the season, there's multiple Friday night games, multiple Saturday night games, multiple Sunday night games. You get the drill. So we have to have another partner. And at the end of the day, this has been a roller coaster of a ride. Yeah. So when we think it's a done deal, it's not a done deal. It's a done deal. It's not a done deal. And once again, I thought this morning I was going to have a done deal that would be signed and inked and all that on Wednesday, and it's not going to be. So I get to be, and I've already given you a hint, which no one will get until after they watch this episode again once we have announced. So I'm sure when I was talking just a few minutes ago, Todd was cringing when he heard the word that I said. But I just want to talk a little about a couple of things.
It was Disney. The word was Disney. Boom, that'll start the rumor mill.
It was not Disney, but it would be, yes. Go back and listen, see if you can figure it out. Anyway, I want to talk about what a fast channel is, because there seems to be a lot of, there's always chatter on the forum, and there's always chatter everywhere we go, and people get so crazy when you don't hear the word free, right? You hear paywall, you hear free. Of course, we all tend to go towards the free, right? But if you participated in watching any NFL games last season, you had, somebody told me it was eight different paywalls that you were behind to be able to watch the NFL. And I don't know, maybe that was, throughout the country. I know for a fact it's at least 4, if not 5, because I remember Larry coming to me, hey, do we have such and such? Hey, do we have? Yeah, we do. Okay, I need to be able to watch the game. So unfortunately for all of us, we've made it this way, that you are going to watch sports, you're going to be behind a paywall. However, with Yahoo Sports, they're what's called a FAST channel, and I'm just going to read the actual definition of what that is. So FAST is actually an acronym. So what it stands for, it's a linear scheduled streaming service, and FAST actually stands for free, so free to the consumer. The A stands for ads supported, so that means somebody's putting ads on there to make it free for you.
Yep.
And then streaming television. That's the definition of FAST. It's an acronym. So when we talk about eyeballs on the game, to make it free, when it's free, that means a lot of eyeballs, right?
Yeah.
When you have a lot of eyeballs, what happens? Oh, people want to put ads and sponsorship on there. So Yahoo Sports, we don't know how many seasons will be with Yahoo Sports, but we are definitely a premier partner with them for this season, and we're excited to have them as a partner, and we hope it continues. So with that being said, I just want to make sure that I get the right number of games. So Yahoo Sports has purchased the rights to 64 games that will be free anywhere you have internet. So if you have, and this is the one caveat, you need to have a smart TV. So if you don't have a smart TV, which I think there's very few people out there that don't, you do have a device, and you could stream it on your device and cast it up to your TV or your iPad or what have you. So you will be able to, for 64 of those games, you're going to watch them on Yahoo Sports. So that leaves quite a few remaining games that are going to have to go somewhere. Now, most of our games, and I'm talking strictly Blizzard now.
Okay.
Our games that we have will not be on a national stage. The closest we come is for the first game because it is
IFL Hall of Fame.
Because it's a Hall of Fame game. So it's not considered Sunday Night Football, though, but it is considered an IFL game. The day before, when the Fishers are playing Quad Cities, that is considered one of the Yahoo Sports games. So that first one, I believe, is free and will be on Yahoo Sports, I think.
I don't know.
Oh.
Yep.
We don't know. Apparently, we don't know.
I don't know. I don't. Yeah.
All of this is coming out. You're going to have a list of where your games are. But our games that are at home are probably going to be behind a paywall. And I'll get to that in a minute, which means if you live in Green Bay, if you live in Wisconsin, get your butt in our arena. That's all it really means. Come to our arena and watch it live, because that's really where we want you. That's where our revenue stream is. It's not from doing these fast channels or paywalls. It's not our paywall either. So the people that we've teamed up with, I'm just making sure that I have. So there's 55 games that aren't accounted for on Yahoo Sports. Most of those games, so that's like 40-some% of those games, are going to be behind a paywall. And don't get your undies in a bundle. Just wait until it all comes out as to how much it's going to be. Yes, it'll be affordable. I get it when, how many more, subscriptions do I need to be able to watch what I want to watch? I don't know. How many different sports do you watch? Because MLB is going to be behind a paywall. With everything that happened with FanDuel, they're going to come up with something. The NFL will remain behind a paywall. And again, we created this environment, we as consumers, because of this device and social media. I watched it explode I could turn this into a rant if I wanted to, but I watched it explode when we talked about potential paywalls last year with the IFL Network. Everybody remembers that, I'm sure. People went insane. They just went insane because they were going to have to pay a couple dollars to watch something that's of good quality. Now, when you have a good quality streaming service, it's not painful. When you have a bad streaming service, it's very, very painful. And there are some out there. These people are not from around here. These people, you are not going to know their name. However, they chose us because of what we have and the product that we have, because they're getting into football and they want to develop a channel that focuses on American football. And, because there's football and then there's American football. So we just want to, say that even though all games won't be free, we still have the IFL Network, and that is where you go for your video on demand. So all games will be on our IFL Network after 7 days. So 7 days after they're played, you're going to be able to get them on demand. You may say, well, I want to watch them in real time. Okay, if you don't want to do the paywall, then you got to wait 7 days. You can subscribe for now, well, I think, for now, to the IFL Network for free to get that video on demand. Now, that could change, because once we have, this is all about supply and demand. Once we have enough eyeballs looking at the IFL Network, and that is our brand, there might be somebody that buys the rights to our IFL Network. And if they buy the rights, how do they recoup their money? They got to charge some money. So if somebody pays us to have our games, they got to recoup their money. How did they do that? A paywall. So I can't say the name. I did say the name, but you won't know that I said the name until later, and that's that. But at the end of the day, they're going to have not the featured games, but they're going to have some substantial games on their network, ours of which would be included our home games. Now, a lot of our away games are going to be the featured games on national media, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And we've talked about that before. Anything else?
Nope.
I don't know that Ryan's actually awake right now. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to share a photo of this, and they have no idea that I'm doing this. But if he lets me share a photo, then I'll also share a photo. We have a birthday to celebrate. He is a new fan. He's a little fan. Cooper turned 4 over the weekend, and I just want to give a shout out to Cooper. I don't know if we'll share his picture or not. He's very special to the IFL. He's special to his mom and dad especially. He's, of course, special to us because he watches our show. So shout out to you, Cooper. Also,
Nice.
Shout out to Ashley. Ashley, you're always in our thoughts, and, we love your family. Oh, is that you calling me? No, that was not you calling me. That would have been really cool if that was Ashley calling, but we're
Nice.
not live, so it can't be her. Let me do the one thing that you're supposed to do when you do a podcast is you're supposed to mute your phone. And as I noticed last episode, you don't eat on camera either. So I'm watching that episode and I'm chomping down, but it was really good food. It was really good food. Anyway, those are my shout outs. That's what I know. There's a new Disney movie coming out this weekend. You should go see it. I'm really excited to go see it myself. Do you know what it is?
I don't.
Yes, that's how out of touch he is.
Yep.
Maybe we'll get him away for a game. That's what I have.
Same. Tickets on sale. Jamie McDonald. All things Blizzard. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Get some tickets.
So Jamie is going to be performing at halftime.
Yep.
Is she doing a little something for a special group
Not
prior?
available to the public, but yes. Yep.
What time does that start? Because there are some people watching that are part of that.
1 p.m.
Okay.
Yep.
So she starts at 1
Yep.
with a not available to the public
Yep.
type episode. So, episode.
Yes.
Not an episode. But we're really excited to have her. The more that I listen to her, the more excited I am to actually meet her and hear her because she has some, beautiful lyrics, but also great messages to share in her music. So if you have not listened to her yet, go out, find her on social media. She doesn't like to talk about herself very much, but if you listen to her music, you'll understand her trials and tribulations.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, really looking forward to it.
Very cool. Well, that's what I got.
All I have.
Is that that time?
I think it's that time.
Should we hit him with it without somebody in the middle?
So we don't have to figure out when.
Yeah.
Let's hit him with it.
Go Blizz. Don't forget to like, follow,
subscribe,
share,
and ring that notification bell to get all of our content in your inbox.